It's basically yet another straight-to-video erotic thriller that just happens to be up there on the big screen because it's got some stars in it. And the story is Ewan McGregor doing his American accent. I like Ewan McGregor. I do think he's a good, talented, rounded actor, but occasionally he does do some clunkers. Anyway, he plays a schlubby accountant, and he's schlubbily accounting in this company when in comes Hugh Jackman, and Hugh Jackman's a sexy exec wearing a $4,000 jacket, and they sit down and they enjoy a puff together. And Ewan realizes...
Explain?
A puff.
On?
A puff on a cigarette of herbal concoction.
Oh, right, okay.
Thank you for bringing attention to that.
Oh,
I was just a plot point that I was just passing over, what with it being the time of day that it is. And they bond, and Hugh Jackman says, hey, you've got to get out and, discover stuff about the world. Everything's great. And then they swap. They've got mobile phones that are almost exactly the same, and they accidentally swap their mobile phones.
Yeah,
they do. But is it an accident? Then Hugh Jackman goes off somewhere, and Ewan McGregor answers the mobile phone, and someone says, "Are you free tonight?" And it's a woman's voice rather than... Yeah.
Do your impressions not stretch to anything vaguely?
Are you free tonight?
That's better.
And, here, listen and see what happens.
Hello?
Are you free tonight?
Actually, I am, but this isn't Wyatt.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Well, I am free, but,
Could you be at the Dillon in 1 hour?
Yeah, I guess so, but...
Are you waiting for me?
Yes, I think so. Would you like a drink or something?
Oh, no, thanks. I've got a conference call with Tokyo early in the morning.
Oh.
Shall we go?
Yes? Look, the person who you thought you were talking to isn't me.
You're not who I spoke to on the phone?
No. Yes, I am. I came here, but I don't...
You don't?
Not too sure what's going on.
Oh, but he is very sure what's going on very soon, because then there's a montage of softcore rumpy. And this pretty much tells us where we are with the film. See, here's the thing. He's picked up a phone. He's got into this club, which is basically hot executives just anonymously enjoying themselves in their time off because of their business constraints, But, obviously, inevitably, there's blood, there's blackmail, there's deception, there's the suitcase full of money, and there's a whole bunch of twisting and double-crossing. Now, if, like me, during the 1980s, you were watching straight-to-video Shannon Weary movies, you go, yeah, I know.
No, I wasn't, actually.
You say you weren't. You say, I've seen this. Tanya Roberts did that film.
Not only do I say I wasn't, I wasn't.
Delia Shepard was in that movie before. I remember when Greg Dark directed it, only Greg Dark directed it with rather more style than the guy who's directing it now. I remember that when it turned up as a straight-to-video 1980s erotic thriller, it didn't have clunky Basil exposition plot moments in which people said things on mobile phones like, "Hello, I'm the janitor and I will be coming to your apartment at 5 o'clock in the afternoon." Completely irrelevant. You remember that bit in Wayne's World when he says, it may be Wayne's World too, when they say to Chris Farley, do you know where Mr. Big is? And Chris Farley suddenly gives them all this... Yeah, he's sitting in this part of the car and there's a satellite there, and then he turns to the camera and says, "Do you think any of that information will be useful later on?" And this is one of those flags up in the air. Here is a plot point, ahoy. And if you can't see the twists coming, like the QE2 docking in Southampton, a honk, honk, you know who she's... Fine, then you're really, really not trying. The other difference is that when this film was made as several straight-to-video erotic thrillers, it had a better ending. This movie's got at least 6 endings, and none of them are any good, and I pretty much guarantee you that when it comes to the DVD, there'll be another 5, but none of them will be the ending that it would have had on straight-to-video DVD, in which Shannon Weary would have run off with Delia Shepard, and they would have got all the cash, and the men would have been left behind looking like fools. I mean, it's not a terrible film. It's just immensely silly. And yet it has that kind of, it's trying to be adult. Hey, it's about grown-up games. It's about the games that grown-ups play when they're too busy.